Lotus born.
Teacher, born of Lotus. Yes? Now, let's isolate Padma. How many of you notice that the lotus flower is oftentimes used as a symbol of spirituality?
Yes.
Yes.
Why? Why don't you pick a rose, a dandelion, something else?
Just up and down.
It goes through the muddy waters, comes out pure, and seeks the light. Yes? That's why there's a saying, no mud, no lotus. Meaning, the lotus flower symbolizes the soul. The soul has to go through the earthly experience, all the entanglements physically, emotionally, and mentally, which are, by the way, expressed. How do we interact with the world? Our thoughts, our feelings, our speech, and our actions. So when the soul is entangled, that is represented by the mud. Okay, I forgot some of you have not taken Achieving Oneness and not taken Arhati. Can I share with you like a crash course?
Yes.
Just very quickly? Okay. It's as simple as this. So when I ask you to move your body, what did you do?
Move the body.
I move my body. What's being moved?
My
Body.
body.
Who moved it?
The body.
I.
Someone moved it.
Right.
But you say, I moved it, yes?
Yes.
Feel happiness. What did you do? So you produce happiness, but before I ask you to feel it, did the feeler exist already?
Yes.
Yes. It's just that when you were told to, you said, oh, I feel happiness. So the feeler is not the feeling. Yes? So I'm not the body, I move the body, I'm not the feelings, I'm the one who created the feelings. Same thing with thoughts. Car, house, whatever concept you have, these are thoughts that someone created. Yes? So who is the mover of the body, feeler of the feelings, and thinker of the thoughts? You said I. Okay, who says I? You say the soul. How do you call soul in Sanskrit? Atma. How do you call it in Spanish? Alma. Do you have any Italians here? How do you call soul in Italian? Anima. Where the word animate comes from. So if you think about it, I animated my arm. You know? When you say feelings,
Okay.
the soul, the I, use a certain something, which we call the astral body, or emotional body, to create feelings. So as we move the body, create feelings and thoughts, the I is the soul. We good? Okay. So if you talk to people about spirituality and the soul, one particular word comes up a lot. Enlightenment. True? Like, in my case, I had the opportunity to share with people that don't have spiritual background, like, in Tony Robbins event with thousands of people talk about spirituality, and they always go, yeah, I know about enlightened teacher, an enlightened saint. So I go, oh, really? What is enlightenment? I don't know. Some dude who sits in a mountain meditating, he's enlightened. So the word enlightened is so used, but you ask me, they know what it is. But all of you do. But the ones who haven't taken the class, let's make it simple. The being that moved the body, created the feelings, creating the thoughts, you call the soul. What is the soul made of? Plastic, metal, what is it? Energy. What's that problem? According to the smart guy, Einstein, energy
MC squared.
has mass. But the soul, you cannot weigh the soul.
Yeah.
However, there's a certain type of energy that radiates in every direction, but you cannot weigh it. What do you call it? Light. So the closest thing we can equate the soul is light. So when you start to experience, when you're meditating, you don't feel your bum on the chair, you don't feel anything emotionally, your mind is clear, and yet you're conscious of it, you are realizing your true nature as a being of light. So at that time, you were experiencing a certain level of enlightenment.
Certain.
Who gets it?
Certain.
Because some of you are waiting for that big explosion. That's why we have the term everyday enlightenment. When there's a food that you go, you love, will make you fat, you go, it's your physical body, emotional body that wants it, yes? And you're so smart, your mental body is thinking of ways to rationalize how you burn the calories and, I'm on cheat day every day. True? Which is, no, I'll exercise control over my thoughts, my emotions, but at that time you were realizing a small level of enlightenment. You're reminding yourself that you are a spiritual being made of light and you control the body and emotions and the thoughts, not the other way around. How are we doing so far? Are we communicating?
Yeah.
Good? Okay. So, back to the lotus flower. So when the lotus flower going to the mud, it's being entangled. So as we go through life, these so-called problems or entanglements are actually helping the soul evolve. It's how you deal with it. Whether it drags you deeper into the mud or allows you to rise out of the mud. Who heard what I just said?
Yes.
It's your response to it.
That's really
So as we do our meditation and spiritual practice, what does it do? Every time you meditate, and that body, and that emotion, and thoughts, and the soul, and you go into this silence and stillness, you are constantly reminding yourself of your true nature. So when that thing comes up to entangle you, it's easier for you to remember who you are because you've been experiencing it more every day. That's why you will notice you're less easily triggered. That's why we have this test. You want to test it?
Yes.
If you're as easily triggered emotionally this year than you did last year, you did not progress. Because the reason you got easily triggered, your emotional, mental, body, and physical body still control the soul rather than the other way around. How are we doing so far?
good.
So the lotus flower, once it rises out of the mud, symbolizes, I made it. So that's why the lotus flower is a symbol
Of the light.
of purity. How we doing?
Good.
We good?
Yes.
You sure your mind exploding yet, or are we all right?
You're okay.
Okay, so let's go through it.